All right, welcome to Practice Exam 4, Part 3. We're going to go over questions 21 through 30. We'll start with 21. In statistics, a negative correlation effect ranges between, okay, so remember the positive is between 0 and 1. The negative doesn't have any positive values within it. So D has positive values, B has positive values, A is positive values, and so C is the correct answer between -1 and 0. In statistics, the R-squared calculated in Excel, or the coefficient of determination, ranges between which two values? Now remember, when it's negative and you take the R-squared value, it turns positive. So, and if it's positive, it turns positive. And any value between 0 and 1, when you square it, will still remain between 0 and 1, because R-squared, 1 squared is still going to be 1, and 0 squared is still going to be 0. So any of those values between it will exist between those two. And any negative ones you take will jump between those two values as well. So that's why we know it's not D, even though that might be a decent guess. The squared value will make it positive no matter what. Question 23, state whether the scatter diagram shows a strong positive correlation, a weak positive correlation, strong negative, weak negative, or no correlation. Okay, so if we look at this first one, because the point scatter plots are so close to where we can draw our line of best fit, that's going to be a strong. And because it's positive growth, we know it's a strong positive correlation. Okay. 24. State whether the scatter diagram shows us the same values. And once again, because our scatter plots are so close together, we can see a line of best fit, and so therefore it's a strong, because it's moving in a negative direction, it'll be a strong negative correlation. State whether this scatter plot has any of those correlations. You'll notice that I can't really draw a line of best fit anywhere. So for that reason, we say that is no correlation. On 26, state whether it has those values. Now, the scatter plots are close enough that I can see that they're going down, but it's a little bit harder to draw that line because the dots aren't really close to each other. So therefore, it's probably relatively weak in this case, and it's negative. So let's see. Not strong, so it's probably A. Okay, so the E is positive and A is negative, so therefore A is our best option. And because I can kind of tell a little bit, it's probably relatively weak, not necessarily weak, for that reason. All right, 27. State whether you think the variables have a strong positive correlation, weak, strong negative, or no correlation. The height and body temperature of adults. Well, adults usually have all common. I can't see a correlation between those, and so we're going to say no correlation. Most likely, your temperature has nothing to do with your height, and vice versa. Your height has nothing to do with your body temperature. Okay, 28. We want to see if there's a correlation. As Thomas's income rose over the last 20 years, so has his stress level. Okay, I can see that. So in this case, we want to state whether this is a positive or negative. Okay, so as the income rose, his stress level has also increased. So that's positive. So either A, so we can mark off C because it's not negative. And the options are direct cause. So his income is what caused him to have more stress. It's probably not direct cause because there's other things that could cause stress, including age, including weakness of the body, other stuff. Coincidence, I don't know if it's necessarily, oh wow, that's just a coincidence that happened, because most likely to get more income, he's done some things that would cause more stress in his life. And so I think D is the best option. We have a common underlying cause on this one. All right, 29. We want to find the mean of the score. So what we're going to do is add up these 10 values and then divide by 10. So I'm just going to do it on the calculator down here. 566 plus 589 plus 531, 351 plus 358 plus 640 plus 348 plus 351 plus 645 plus 470 plus 482. And we divide that by 10, and 480 is our correct answer. So we circle A and we move on. The salaries are shown below. We want to find the median of those given values. Okay, so the median is the middle number. So we're going to take the top value and the bottom values. So let's see, this 849, now notice that that's an outlier, which would totally throw off our data if we were looking for the mean. So the median would be a better choice of measurement of central tendencies. So I'm going to subtract the highest number and the lowest number. In this case, 105 is my lowest. Okay. Next one, highest is 244, so I mark that off. And the second lowest, which is 110. Next highest happens to be 210. And the next lowest happens to be 119. Next highest happens to be 201. And next lowest happens to be 121. So we have two values, 178 and 160. 178 and 160. And to find these ones, we're going to just add the two up and divide by 2. And that will tell us the median in this case. So when you have two medians, you just add them, take the average between those two. So 169 happens to be that case. All right, I'll see you in part 4.